Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you a reaction video to the last trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. It dropped last night. I didn't get home last night until like 11 p.m. and I was too tired to do it then, so I woke up this morning. This is the first thing I'm doing this morning. So we're going to watch the trailer, we're going to react to it, we'll do a little bit of analysis on what we see, maybe theorize a little bit. And yeah, I don't want to make this video too long because I do have work later today that I need to get ready for, but I wanted to get this made and put out there as quickly as possible so that you guys can react to my reaction. Okay, anyway, here we go. Looks like Endor. Looks like an Endor trooper helmet.
It's an instinct.
Ooh, nice transition.
Feeling. The Force brought us together.
Oh, that just looks so cool.
We're not alone.
Oh, I see Lando and Poe.
People will fight if we
Rose. Oh, it's nice. I like the X-Wing, man. Woo.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
That's a cool shot. Just a little wet. It's like an iceberg.
Long have I waited, and now you're coming together.
Wait a minute.
Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Who's that?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Oh, that music.
Fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi.
Oh, I'm getting chills.
Destiny.
The hell? Dude. Oh, B-Wing! There he is!
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Oh, dude, is that... That might be confirmation right there. I don't know. Anything else? I don't think there's gonna be anything else. I think that's the end. Yeah, that's the end. Alright. Woof. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright. I know this Star Wars, ever since Disney's taken over, has been super controversial. I'm just gonna say it right up front. I'm a Star Wars nerd. You guys know this. Anyone who's been following my channel for more than a couple videos knows that I love pretty much anything Star Wars. So I know a lot of people probably going to be disappointed regardless. I'm just excited. I just like seeing cool things. So, alright, let's go through this scene by scene and just point out what I noticed. Like I said initially, this looks a lot like Endor. Just like the ferns, the type of foliage we have here. I guess it could be Takodana. Like if they go back to Maz Kanata's place, where they were in Force Awakens, that might be this. But then Rey runs by and either drops this helmet or something, and the style of the helmet is very reminiscent of the Rebel Trooper helmets from Return of the Jedi. The coloring's way different. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's what it looks like, but it could also just be like a pilot helmet. It's pretty tough to see. I'm not sure. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, I could be wrong. Alright, she runs through. It's, again, tough to tell. We didn't get to see that much of Endor. Like, they were pretty much all in Return of the Jedi was all in one area. So, I'm sure this could be Endor, especially since we pretty much have confirmation that they're on the wreckage of the second Death Star, which was over the Force Moon of Endor. So, I'm pretty much going to say that that's where this is. Does a nice jump here. But see, I don't know. This looks like she's like training. I'm curious where this is going to be. It could be Yavin. Could be a lot of places. And then they do a hard cut mid-jump to this. I don't know how many of these shots are going to be actually in the film. I know, well, Rogue One had a bunch of reshoots, but if you guys remember, the trailers they released for Rogue One had a lot of shots that ended up not making into the final movie. I kind of feel like, while this was a neat trailer, I feel like a lot of these shots are trailer shots, if that's even a thing. Like, I don't know. I'm curious to see whether some of these actually make it to the final cut. But this is neat. It's kind of reminiscent of when we first met Rey in Force Awakens on Jakku. She was in that Star Destroyer kind of scavenging. But this, I don't think this is Jakku. It just doesn't look the same. It looks like she's in the wreckage of the Death Star on Endor, searching for something. We get Finn here with these weird binoculars, except there's 4 lenses, so can they really be called binoculars? Are they quadnoculars? Huh? I don't know. I think he's probably looking out over that, like, festival or party thing that we saw in the last trailer. But it's kind of hard to tell. Could be looking at the Death Star wreckage. And we get this nice sweeping shot of Rey still running on this jungle world, which is just beautiful. Again, this actually looks a lot more like Yavin or Takodana than Endor, but again, who knows. This. Alright, let's break this down, because I see, right here, you can see Lando. We can see Finn, I'm sorry, Poe. I don't actually see Finn. Unless this, I can't tell who's in here. We're looking at the back of a lot of people's heads. Oh, I see, there's a Mon Cal there. I don't know, did Akbar die in Last Jedi? Maybe this is Admiral Akbar. I don't know. There's a Mon Cal. But I think what stands out most to me is this ship that they're under. It's really hard to tell, but I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably a Corellian Corvette because of these pods up here on the top. There's like a cannon down here. I really think this is. I think this is a Corellian Corvette because we see later on, we see a shot of the Corvette taken off from the trees. I think this is it, and maybe this might be the Tantive 4. Did the Tantive 4... Whatever happened to the Tantive 4? No, does anyone know? Comment below if you know what happened to the Tantive 4. Because last time we saw it, it was sucked up by Vader's Star Destroyer at the beginning of A New Hope. So maybe the Tantive 4 is still around. I don't know. But anyway, that's cool. I don't think we ever got to see a Corellian Corvette actually landed, except for maybe a quick shot in Revenge of the Sith. When Jimmy Smits lands on Alderaan. But yeah, that's cool. So we got a nice little powwow here. Zoom in. Definitely see Lando. I like that he's wearing like the yellow kind of tie-in. Throwback, I guess, to Rogue One. Not Rogue One, Solo. Yeah, I don't know who this giant fiery guy is. No Chewbacca either, unless he's hiding somewhere in there. Oh, yep, he's right there. Behind this pole. Alright, Chewbacca's present. We're all good. Moving on, we get Rose here, and this dude, I forget his name, from Lost, so that's kind of cool. Next, dude, I just love, so this has to be a new X-Wing for Poe, because Poe's X-Wing was destroyed in Last Jedi, but he's still got, like, the orange and black paint job going, so that's neat. We'll get to see that. Chewbacca, Finn... Alright, so yeah, this was the shot that I was talking about. Whoop. So here's you see, yeah, that's got to be the Tantive 4. Or at least a blockade runner. That's so cool, just watching that take off. Oh, that's so cool. We get to see some old classic Star Wars ships up close and personal like we haven't seen them before. Then we got another shot of Rey standing here, which is most obviously the Death Star 2 wreckage in some sort of ocean. I love the waves. They're like over-exaggerated waves. Just huge crashing waves. They're like taller than the platform she's on, yet somehow she's okay. Yep. Nice shot. It's really... See, these are like the trailer shots. Like, I don't know if, like, there's gonna be a shot in the movie of just her standing there staring past the camera. Maybe. And then, dude, just Kylo Ren walking out of the mist from the waves is just so cool. He is drenched, though. I mean, I understand Kylo Ren's supposed to be, like, a moody, angsty teen, but, like, look at that face, man. It's just kind of funny. But I don't know that I would be much happier if I had to film, and just people are just pouring buckets of water on me like that. Anyway, then we got this. What are we looking at here? It looks like an iceberg in space. But actually, I want to see how mirrored. See, is the top mirrored from the bottom? It's not. I was wondering if this was like floating in water and like we're looking at the bottom as a reflection of the top. But you can very clearly see that this bottom looks nothing like the top. Right? Because there's like this little spire here. I don't know. Is my cursor? Yeah, okay. This spire here on the bottom left does not match anything on top. So I think this is floating in space. Yeah. Because look, you have this tall peak here, has nothing down here. So yeah, this is not a reflection. This is floating in space. And there's like some sort of factory or mining facility or something over here. And you can even see the buildings coming out through the bottom. That's pretty neat. And I know, I want to say it is ice because we see a little bit later the Star Destroyer busting out. And look at all these TIE fighters. That reminds me a lot of like Return of the Jedi again with all the Battle of Endor. All the fighters just swarming. There's too many of them. Yeah, that's a lot. That's cool. We got a nice shot of a throne here. Looks very Sith temple-y. Got some scrapes, like claw marks on the throne itself. Very neat. I don't know if this is in this ice palace, like maybe this is some sort of Sith temple or something. I don't know where it would be. You hear Palpatine's voice. And then this is it, dude. This is so cool. Look at that, just like Star Destroyer breaking through the ice. And I think, I want to say because of, here we go with my Star Wars nerdiness. I want to say because of this expanded tower on top of the bridge, this is a ISD-1, right? Imperial Star Destroyer 1, because the ISD-2 had a much more collapsed antenna on the bridge. So this is like OG Empire tech, which is interesting. This shot, though, holy crap. We could spend like 10 minutes breaking down this shot. What do we see? Oh, there's the ghost right there. Right front and center is the ghost from Star Wars Rebels. That's pretty cool. Nebulon B. This is like a Corellian missile frigate. Dude, I could spend hours just looking at this shot. Holy cow. Obviously the Falcon. We're going to ignore the Falcon for now. This looks like Nim's Havoc? No, it's too big. This looks like a U-Wing. Hammerhead Corvette. This looks like the Raditz or a similar style ship from Rogue One. This right here, though, looks like... No, the engines are a little different. I was going to say, this looks like the freaking ship that you get as a Jedi in Star Wars The Old Republic. I don't know what it's called. Defender class cruiser or something? I don't know. That's what it looks like. But the color's a little different, and the engines in the back are a little different. Oh my god. I could just pick this picture apart. This looks like a bomber from Last Jedi. This looks like a Home One way back in the distance, like some huge Mon Calamari ship. Oh, dude, this is going to be awesome. I wonder if these are all actually being piloted, or if they have to be. This is like some sort of massive fleet. They do seem very close together. But hey, this is Star Wars, not real life. Who cares? It just looks cool. Oh, so many ships. And there's another Corellian Corvette with blue trim, which the Tantive 4 had in Episode 3, but not in Episode 4. So that's curious. That's so cool. So many ships. I'm just going to come back to this picture and try and see if I can find anything in it later. But moving on. Oh, who do we got inside? Lando and Chewie. Lando and Chewie. Which is cool, because if this is going to be a final battle over the Death Star 2, Lando also flew the Falcon in Return of the Jedi. Whoa, wait a minute. I just noticed the radar dish. This is not the same radar dish that the Falcon had in the new movies. Remember? It had... So in the original trilogy, it had a round dish. And then in Return of the Jedi, the dish got broken off when they were flying through the Death Star. And then in episode 7 and episode 8, it had like a rectangular dish. So why is the dish round again? I don't know if we'll get an answer to that, but maybe a continuity error or maybe time travel. I hope it's not time travel. Alright, then we got Rey and the gang in the cockpit of the Falcon with 3PO. I don't know what this is. This little device up here, up front. Time travel device. It's what lets them go back in time. I hope not. But yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Kylo Ren and Rey fighting on the Death Star wreckage. Pretty cool. I don't know. Oh, something blows up. It's kind of hard to tell what this is, though. This looks like this is definitely a Star Destroyer from behind, so maybe blowing up some sort of resistance ship or something. We have some sort of water skiff, which I can't tell who's on there. Oh, it's just Rey. There's just Rey on there. So this must be when she goes and actually gets on, like, confronts Kylo Ren on the Death Star wreckage. Or is that C-3PO on there too? No. I think it's just Rey. And then there's the actual Death Star. That's such a cool shot. I don't know what this little dude is doing to C-3PO's head, but Rey looks pretty concerned in the background of that shot there. And then the new little BB-8's friend droid there. I'm glad we actually got to see R2-D2 in this trailer, because I don't think we've seen him in any trailers for this movie leading up. And I said, who's that? This is the person I'm talking about. Who is this person? Maybe they're in a book or something, but I have no idea who that is. But everybody seems to be standing here. I'm not sure what coat she's wearing, this jacket. Duster. He's wearing the same... Oh, they're all wearing the same one. Okay. C-3PO's got the back of his head open. They're doing some work on him or something. I really don't want to pretend I know what's going on here, because I don't. But then Anthony Daniels delivers an emotional line. Taking one last look at my friends. And then we see R2-D2. Thank God. I thought maybe something happened to R2-D2. Alright, Chewbacca. This December. Dude, the music that kicks in at this scene here.
Confronting fear.
Dude, that just gives me goosebumps. That's so cool. We got Poe, Finn, and Chewbacca running down some corridor just blasting stormtroopers. And they are First Order's troopers. I'm trying to see, like, their helmets to see, like, confirm my time travel theory, which is not a real theory. I hope they don't do that. But yeah, no, these are definitely First Order troopers. So I don't know if that's going to be on the Death Star. It's probably going to be on a Star Destroyer. That's what I'm going to go with. Rey and Leia embracing, which she's gonna have to die. As sad as that is, I'm pretty sure Princess Leia's going to have to go in this one, but I'll get back to that at the end, the last scene of this trailer. BB-8 is he captured in this, or is he just riding in the back of like a speeder? I think he's just riding in the back of this speeder. We saw a little bit of this shot in an earlier trailer. You can see like stormtroopers chasing them on speeder bikes, and there's someone's jetpacks up here. So it looks like they launch some sort of like spice or something container into the air and detonates and probably like blocks their line of sight. That's neat, but I don't know. This just looks like a fun scene. We got Lando and Chewbacca flying the Falcon again. This scene, yo. Oh, look at the ships. Oh, these are Y-Wings. So we got a Y-Wing, which we haven't seen a Y-Wing in forever. So it looks so good. Doing like a flip, a roll over some TIE fighters. Look at the size of this gun. So this is definitely one of those Star Destroyers, but he's been modified. This looks like this is supposed to be the fighter hangar, I think, up front. Has been replaced with a huge cannon. So I'm not sure, that's got to be relevant to the plot somehow. Like all these Star Destroyers have probably been fitted with these massive like planet-destroying cannons or something like that. But we see this Y-Wing go in and do an attack run on this cannon. Yeah, you can even see that one down there in the bottom right has a huge cannon on it. So, alright. So all these Star Destroyers, excuse me. Oh, it's not the fighter hangar. That's the actual hangar, because here's the shield generator on the bottom. So yeah, their whole like fighter hangar, I don't know, makeup, whatever you want to call it, looks like it's just been replaced with a massive gun. So we'll see how that plays into the plot, but you can see this Y-Wing taking it out. I'm really excited for this space battle. The rest of the movie can suck, but if this space battle is as good as these trailers are making it look, I'm still gonna like this movie. Because I'm a huge nerd for that kind of stuff. And I don't know what's going on here. We got like people, they're like riding animals, and BB-8 is like rolling along on like the surface of a Star Destroyer in space? Okay. I'm sure that'll make sense somehow. As long as they're not, you know, oh, okay. First, you know, calling it here. First hurt here. This is pod racing. I hope they don't. Story lives forever. This is a nice shot. Okay, this is the shot that confirms that it's the second Death Star, right? Because here they are in front of the throne, the Emperor's throne from from Return of the Jedi. So this is pretty much confirmation that this is the wreckage of the second Death Star, not the first Death Star, in case there was any confusion or, you know, unsure people out there. This scene, I think, confirms it, because this is the Emperor's throne. This is the big window that was behind him. So they're in what remains of his throne room. So that's neat. There's another shot coming up here that I'm going to analyze. This is Finn on what appears to be the wreckage. So this is the first shot we see of someone other than Rey and Kylo Ren actually on the Death Star wreckage. And he seems to be calling to someone, probably Rey. This shot, I don't know what this is, but I like it. Because this looks like... Is this like a statue of Darth Vader or something? Because look, that looks very much like Darth Vader's helmet. And why are they... Like, look at... You could just see a little bit as it falls. It kind of has... I'm calling that and saying that that's Darth Vader. Or like, you know, a statue of him or something. And why they're both striking at it raises some questions. Like, do they actually eventually team up? Is this a vision? I don't know what we're looking at. I'm not even sure where they are. This is because these lighting, this is like Imperial lighting, but it's very light, very white for an Imperial ship. Imperial ships are usually very gray or dark. I'm trying to see what's behind them. Doesn't really look like anything. So I'm curious what this is, but that, I'm like 90% sure that this is like some sort of Darth Vader statue. It's pretty short though. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I'm going at with that. Dude, like this shot. Holy cow. I love it. I still don't know why they're riding on the outside of a Star Destroyer, which looks like it's in space. But it just looks cool. So I can't really complain that much. And then these look like new TIE fighters with triangular wings. Okay, haven't seen that before. And then, what's the first? So first an X-Wing flies by, and then a freaking B-Wing. Dude, we haven't seen B-Wings like for real. We see like, they're in like 2 shots in Return of the Jedi, and that's really it. I love the B-Wing too. I used to fly that in so many video games. So I can't wait. And yeah, we can actually see like huge gun way in the distance, huge guns, lots of huge guns. So all these Star Destroyers are decked out with huge guns. That's going to be a lot of guns for a lot of Star Destroyers. But I can't wait for this space battle. This is probably, definitely, what I'm looking forward to the most. Kylo looking menacing, and then Rey in front of Palpy. Look at him. It has to be Palpy. This could be a bait and switch. It could be Kylo Ren. But I mean, is it though? Is it though? That's going to be Palpy. But I have been deceived by trailers before. So who knows for sure. And then, listen to the voices here.
Force will be with you.
Always.
Luke Skywalker says the Force will be with you, and then Leia says always, which, in my mind, not that we didn't already know this was going to happen, but in my mind, that's confirmation that she dies. because if she's talking to Rey through the Force, she's dead. But also, is this hinting at all at Rey's actual lineage? Is she actually the daughter of either Luke or maybe even Han Solo and Leia? Because why would the two of them be talking to her through the Force? Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't necessarily prove anything, because Kenobi was talking to Luke through the Force and they weren't related. I don't know, but there's just something about the way that came across that made me feel like I almost, my initial reaction was like, whoa, her parents were Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, but that raises a lot of other questions, so I don't think that's quite the case. But I do think that Kylo Ren was lying in Last Jedi, or at least Rian Johnson didn't want him to be lying, but J.J. Abrams does want him to be lying. So maybe they retcon that or say that he was lying or something. And I'm totally on board with her being like Rey Solo, and being Kylo Ren's sister that he dumped on Jakku when he turned bad because he couldn't bring himself to kill her. And that explains why she's on Jakku. That explains why the Millennium Falcon was on Jakku if he flew it there and, is trying to leave the past behind. So he dumps his sister on Jakku, leaves the Falcon in the middle of some backwater planet hoping no one will ever find it. I think that theory actually makes sense. Whether or not they'll go with that and whether or not people will accept that, I don't know. But I think it's the most likely theory as of now, and would explain why he lied to her about it. If he's, trying to repress that fact for himself, maybe he's made up his own version of reality where she is nobody, and he's just trying to convince himself of that. I think that probably makes the most sense. And with Princess Leia talking to her through the Force, I want to say gives that theory some more water, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. That's going to be it for this trailer, though. We've already got our tickets. We're going to be seeing it on Friday, the day after, Friday night. So I will try to have a review of it posted sometime the week after it comes out, but I'm going to be on vacation for that week, so for all of like Christmas week, and then New Year's is going to roll around, so I might not have anything up for it until like the beginning of January. We'll see. But I'm actually pretty excited. I know, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of people find these new movies kind of controversial, and I'm not saying they're perfect. They're definitely not perfect, but as a huge Star Wars nerd, I still enjoy them, and I'm really excited to see how they wrap this up, whether or not they can pull it off, because if they end things on a high note, then it kind of makes the rest of them a little bit better, at least in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this reaction and me blabble on for, I don't know how many, 20, 30 minutes. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you agree with any of my points, or if you have any more details for anything that I might have just hit on or missed in this trailer breakdown. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you again for watching. Mobius1 here, and I'll see you next time.